Right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining the webinar on Pega University Program. And thank you for joining us on a lovely weekend and taking time to upskill yourselves and understand more about the Pega University Program that has impacted positively the career of millions and hundreds of students in India, which is a global program that's offered exclusively by Pega Systems and implemented exclusively by TalentSprint. On that note, good evening once again. My name is Sphoorthy. I'm a director at TalentSprint, a global tech company based in India and US. Today, I'm also joined by my colleague Santhosh, who leads the Pega program in India. So let me also set a little bit context before diving deep into why Pega, what's in it for you, and why learning Pega can actually transform your career. In life as a student, including myself, we are often limited by the skills, our own skills, and confined to some limitations, and think and dim and define our limitations, thinking this is probably something that I will not be able to do. One of such cases is that the myth, rather, the notion is that you need to be a real coding ninja or a code savvy person to make it big in the IT industry. Let me burst that bubble for you today in this webinar. You need not really be a coding ninja to become a world class Pega certified architect, even without having a great or expert coding level of knowledge. With your ability to grasp and understand the concepts of Pega platform, you can see really look forward to building a successful and an extraordinary career and make it really big in the IT industry. And that's the reason why this wonderful Pega University program is offered by Pega Global Systems, exclusively implemented by the partner TalentSprint, which is a global edtech company. On that note, warm welcome to everybody. I really appreciate you taking time on a Saturday and joining us on this webinar to know more about the program and help us support you how you can upskill yourself and embark on your professional journey. Thank you. And let me now hand it over to my Santhosh. Santhosh, my colleague from TalentSprint, who leads the Pega University program. So the agenda for today is that Santhosh will tell you what is Pega, why Pega, and what's in it for the students who enroll in this program. How Pega has been successful over a couple of years. And for the first time, exclusively, the program is coming to you at your doorstep where you can take the program at the comfort of your home, remote, online for the very first time. That's something that Santhosh will cover. And we will also take you through the website walkthrough, telling you what students are eligible, if you are eligible or not, what is the investment you need to make to enroll into the program, and in turn, what you can expect as an outcome of the program. And after that, we will open the webinar for questions and answers. All right. In the meantime, if ever you have any questions, you can always put it in the chat, and you can always also hold them so that we can answer all your questions at the end of the session. Before we begin the session and before Santhosh takes it over, there's a quick poll that is just being published. If you can just quickly take a few seconds and answer that, that will be really helpful for us. We really want to understand the audiences here so that we can, customize the discussion here, and that will be beneficial both for you and us. Please select the most suitable options. There are just 3 questions regarding your what you are pursuing right now, whether it's BE, BTech, or anything else, regarding your graduating year, and the other option where you just have to tell us if you're graduating in which graduation stream, and if you are eligible, if regarding the particular score that you have currently up to date. So just answer these 3 quick questions in the poll that is published, and we are going to dive deep into the Pega University program in a couple of seconds. Okay, it's about 70 participation. Can we get it up to 90 and then we will continue? Come on, people, let's just choose the most suitable answer so that, like I mentioned, it is important for us to know what backgrounds you come from and what graduation year you belong to. Okay. All right. Santhosh, can you please tell us and explain us what the Pega program is all about and what's in it for the students and how and why Pega has been so successful over the years.
Thank you so much, Sphoorthy, for setting the context. And thank you so much, my dear students. First of all, very good evening to all of you. It's wonderful to have you here in this session, especially Saturday evening, right? Good time to conduct this session as well. So I can see the students have participated in the poll. Very good.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, I would also like to have a little bit of idea about the students before we dive deep into this, what the program is all about. So this will give me a lot of clarity in terms of where you're from, what you do, and all those things, right? And your preferences as well. So first of all, let me ask you a question because I can see that the students have joined uh, throughout the country, right? So I just wanted to know, maybe you can comment in the chat box. I just wanted to know, like, where do you belong? You can mention if you are from North, if you're from South, if you're from East or West, right?
What part of India do you come from? Yeah.
You can mention in the chat box.
All right. There we go. Responses are coming in. There's North, there's South. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see a lot of students coming from South. Great. And I can also see the students coming from North. Very good. Anyone belonging to East or West? Great. Wonderful. Thank you so much. One more question, which will help me to understand the kind of background you're coming from, right? So which stream do you belong to? You can chat. If you're from electronics and communications, you can mention as EC. If you're from electrical, you can mention as double E or triple E. If you're from computer science, you can mention as CS. Yes. Information technology, IT. Yes, very good. I think already have the responses from the students, which is very good.
Yeah, there are
I
also
can see a lot of students coming
yes.
from computer science, electrical, AI, machine learning, IT, computer science. Yes. I can also see some students from electrical. Very good. And last question from my end, right? How many of you like coding? You can mention yes if you like coding. If you don't like coding, you can mention it as no. And that will give me a lot of clarity in terms of your preference, right?
And folks, it is absolutely okay if you don't like coding as well. Santhosh and I also like not very much into coding, so that's okay.
Yes, very
Mm.
much. Okay. Given a choice, I would not code. Right.
Mm.
Oh, good. I
That's
some
an
of the students
interesting
are
one,
mentioning that
Farida.
Farida saying that yes, we like coding, but we are scared of it. Good response. Great. So thank you so much for all your responses. I think I got a very good clarity about the students who are part of this session. I'm sure with this clarity, we can give you insights into this program a little bit better. First of all, I just wanted to take you through what this Pega is all about, right? So Pega is a platform, which is a low code, no code platform, which is built with a very less code. I mean, you can have a lot of code in the background, but from a user perspective, from a customer perspective, you have very less code. And when you are a Pega developer, you also need not do a lot of coding. So that is about Pega. And why do we use Pega, right? That's also a very important question because there are a lot of companies year on year increasing the utilization of Pega, right? So you should also understand why do companies use Pega. So as I mentioned, it's a low code platform, so it is more user friendly, number one. And second, and most important thing is Pega as a platform helps in terms of business processes automation. For example, if you are an entrepreneur starting your own company, right? You would like to spend a lot of your time in terms of strategies, how to develop your core business, how to develop your revenue, but not in terms of filling the Excel sheets, okay, processes and all those things. Of course, they are very important as far as the business is concerned, but your knowledge and your efforts have to go more in terms of how to expand the business and all those things. So Pega will make things easy for the companies, right? So it will make sure that it automizes the processes, right? Giving that flexibility and bandwidth for the people to focus more in terms of the business. So in short, it helps in terms of business process management, business process automation, right? And this Pega platform is developed by Pega Systems, which is a 40-year-old company having more than 6,000 employees. Right now, as I mentioned, year on year, we can see this Pega as a technology is emerging, right? And there is a lot of need for Pega talent, right? The people who understand the Pega platform in and out can build applications. Of course, as I mentioned, it's a low code platform, need not require a lot of coding. But of course, when we talk to students, we also tell them that the basics of codings will really help you in terms of improving your understanding and all those things, right? But as a student, okay, when you're learning this, a little bit of knowledge about coding should be good. And even if you're not coming with a coding background, we will make sure that the first few sessions will be on, developing those fundamentals. But as I told, the technology emerges, and the fact that the technology is emerging, there is a need for Pega talent, and this Pega University program helps uh, the partner companies who are using this Pega platform. So we can provide through this Pega University program, we can provide the talent, the trained talent, the qualified talent, and the certified talent to the industry so that the industry can leverage the talented people for Pega. So I hope I could give you a little bit of clarity in terms of Pega University program. Now I would be showing you the journey of the Pega program, right? Which is also going to be very helpful in terms of how we have gone through the years. So this program, we have been doing it for the last 9 years. In the very first year, once we came to know the demand for Pega talent, so we have launched this program with just 2 colleges and having 500 students. And slowly and steadily, you can see that out of the 500 students, more than 350 students are certified, and more than 200 to 50 students got offers through the program. And considering the success that we have and the increased demand, so slowly and steadily, we have scaled up the number of students, the number of colleges where we are uh, doing this program. And I should tell you, we till this year, we used to do this program by having an MOU with the colleges, okay, talking to your colleges. But this year, for the very first time, just to make sure that this program reaches out to all the students and is attended with the comfort of the home, right? So we are doing this program online, directly accessible to the students, right? So you can see the journey across the years, right? So every year we can see we have scaled up in terms of the number of students basis on the demand that we have. And I should tell you why this program is extremely successful. Okay, this is something which is going to be very, very helpful for you. So the way we do this, run this program is before we launch a new cohort, right? Before we launch the new cohort, we make sure that we do a research and talk to the companies which require Pega talent so that we understand the demand for that particular year. Now, once we understand the demand for that particular year, then we go to colleges, we go to the students in terms of creating awareness, and we only have a limited set of students for whom we develop this program. We conduct this training, right? And this is very important because we wanted to make sure that all the students who are part of this program get the placement opportunities and can optimize in terms of getting those opportunities, right? So this is about the program journey. Okay, so as I mentioned, before I once again hand it over to Sphoorthy, so just wanted to let you know, so this platform is used by almost all the industries, especially the banking industry, the healthcare industry, the finance industry, and all the remaining industries as well, right? So we would also like to take you through the the website, right? About which will give you a lot of clarity. And before that, let's listen a little bit from Sphoorthy again.
That's amazing. Thank you, Santhosh. Thanks actually for sharing a lot of insights and some real good food for thought. So, folks, now you understand why Pega University program is so impactful because it is exclusively offered directly from Pega Global Systems and implemented only by TalentSprint, which also means that the pool that you are a part of is going to be so niche and it is only going to be exclusively for you. Second, you need not fret about coding too much and you can still make a good career in the IT industry. And the third thing that I really want to emphasize is that if you are somebody who is looking to make a successful career, you need not really restrict because of your dislike towards coding, or because, like Farida said, because she likes coding but not really it's scared of the coding. So even because of that, you need not limit your access to opportunities, because this particular platform, which is a low code platform, is developed, is implemented and used and leveraged by many companies globally, including some of the most popular Fortune 500 companies. That's the reason why in the session at the beginning I said this is something that's going to be bursting some myths and the bubbles that you might be living in. All right. Now, on that note, and you have seen the impact over years, why it has enabled and empowered hundreds of students who are a part of the program. Like we mentioned, for the very first time in the history of Pega University Program in India, this program is coming to students who are really interested, still not okay to be expert at coding, but really looking forward to make their career with successful and be successful in the industry. This program is for you. Santosh, on that note, can you also take the students through the website and tell us a little bit deep dive into the eligibility, what is going to be their investment, and if there are any success stories that we can talk about exclusively? Yeah.
Sure. So, Sphoorthy, I'll just share my screen.
Sure.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So, this is the platform of, the website, which will have a lot of information about the Pega University program. As Sphoorthy rightly mentioned, so this is the very first year in the last 9 years. The program is accessible to all the students across India, right? And as the website mentions, so this program has been pursued by more than 10,000 students, right? And their careers have been transformed. And there are more than 30 global recruiters who are active, right? And you can also see about what is the Pega University program, right? So one point I wanted to mention here is, as I mentioned, yes, this program is a low-code platform, low-code, no-code platform. But very important thing is that this platform gets upgraded year on year. And this year, because of the fact that the Gen AI is very popular, right? So the program, the platform has been upgraded so that the Gen AI is incorporated as a part of the Pega platform. You can just give me a second.
Sure, no problem. In the meantime, folks, you have already seen that this program has been pursued by 10,000 plus students over the last 8 years. And this year, it is coming to you to ensure, you have the access to be a part of the university program. And once you receive successful certification, the certification is directly by Pega Global Systems, which are done on two levels, level 1 and level 2, which Santosh will also tell you what is it all about. And the one point that I am going to probably tell you in advance is that students who successfully have the certification of both the levels, from the past cohorts, we have seen that majority of them are recruited and absorbed by the talent the talent is absorbed by the industry. So majority of the companies, global companies, have recognized and absorbed this talent who have successfully completed the certification. Over to you, Santosh.
Thank you so much, Spurti. So as I mentioned, there are two certifications that you will get as a part of this program. The first is the Pega Certified System Architect, and the second one is the Pega Certified Senior System Architect. So here I would like to explain a little bit more about how the certifications happen, right? So once we start the program, right? So the first 120 to 130 hours of duration is dedicated for the first part of the program, which we call as a Tech Course 1, right? And as a part of the Tech Course 1, we will teach you everything about the platform, how to create applications and all those things. And the beautiful thing about the course structuring is that we will make sure that whatever theoretical concepts are there, and those concepts will be followed by a practical hands-on sessions. And with our instructor, you will be developing these applications, and slowly and steadily, you will reach a stage where you will develop the applications on your own. And we will also have periodical assessments so that we understand where you're good at, what are your strong areas, and what are the areas of improvements, right? So we do these assessments, and once the assessments are cleared, right? So then you will also be given opportunity to write a certification exam, right? So there will be three assessments that we do before making it open for the certification exam, right? So the first assessment is what we call as an IA1 first assessment, internal assessment 1. The second one is a internal assessment 2, and then we'll have a final assessment, right? So then after that, once we get the confidence, so we will also allow you to do the certification exam. And post the first certification, which is the level 1 certification, which we call as a Pega Certified System Architect, you will have opportunity to attend the Pega exclusive drives. So the reason why I'm calling here is an exclusive drives is only those Pega certified talent. Okay, the students who clear the first certification will be eligible for the placements, right? So here it is exclusive because no other students will have access to this placement opportunities, right? Only those students who clear the first level of certification will have access to it, right? So that is how you complete the first certification and be open for the placement opportunities. And you can estimate tentatively around the month of August, you will have the placements which is going to start, which means that by July, you will be certified, right? So tentatively around the September, October, we will be starting the second course, the second part of the program, which we call as the Tech Course 2, right? And this Tech Course 2 is going to be a little bit higher level as compared to that of Tech Course 1. It will add the depth which is required for you to become a well-versed Pega developer, right? So you will have almost a similar structure as that of the Tech Course 1. And by the end of the Tech Course 2, you will be also be eligible to do the second certification, which we call as a Pega Certified Senior System Architect, right? So once you clear the Senior System Architect certification, then you will be also called for internships for the companies where you got placed in. And once the internships get completed, by that time you usually come out of the college as well, and then you will be joining as a full-time employee. So that's how these two certifications happen, and that's how the structure of the program is. So here you can talk, I mean, this talks about why Pega is a high growth career. I'm very, very happy to say that the students who have pursued this Pega to do these certifications of system architect and senior system architect, they are doing very well in their career. And that is one of the unique selling point of this particular program, that the career is going to be accelerated and you will grow fast, and the demand for the Pega talent with experience is only going to increase, right? So you can see that this platform is used by global Fortune 500 companies, right? Pega is a preferred low-code platform for the industry readiness. And you can also see that this platform is expected to reach 148 billion by 2030, which is a phenomenal growth, right? So these are a few highlights about the program. So as I mentioned, so we have 9 years and more than 20 academic partners who are doing this program in the colleges, and of course 30 plus active recruitment partners. And we have a phenomenal certification rate of more than 98%. And as I mentioned, you will have edge over the students who do not do these certifications. I think this is a very, very important part, okay, that you should be knowing about how you will be learning this program, right? So this program is predominantly going to be delivered online at the comfort of your home. But just to make sure we make this program more interactive and more towards the outcomes, we also do a 3-day physical sessions, right? And how we are going to do the sessions and all those things will be communicated to you, okay? And so the first 3 days of the session, you can consider somewhere around 24 hours of the program is going to be with the in-person visit, where you will also interact with all the students physically and also with your trainer physically. And this will ensure that that connect which is required, okay, among all the students and among with the instructor is established, right? And we will talk about the details of where this in-person visit is going to be shortly, right? Uh, then the program is going to be predominantly going to be online. So most some 1 or 8 hours of the first course is going to be delivered online over the span of 10 to 12 weeks, right? And then the first part of the course, which is the tech course one, is going to end with a 3-day in-person visit, which is similar to the of the inauguration, right? So that's how the first part of the program, which is the tech course one, is going to conclude. And as I mentioned, the second part of the program, which is the tech course two, is also going to have a similar structure.
I think that is amazing. And Santosh, can you also let the students who joined us this evening know about how important these in-person visits are, especially when it comes to the end of the program after all the learnings, because they also get to present their mini projects and use cases, and there's a lot of peer learning that they can take advantages of, and probably also present their work to some of the industry experts.
That's extremely, I mean, that's absolutely right. Okay, so I always believe that uh, the mix of online, the advantages of doing online, which is attending the sessions from the comfort of the home, and at the same time knowing the people who are attending this program better, interacting with the instructor physically will add that value which is required, right? So that is the power of this in-person visits. It is going to be crisp for a 2 to 3 days of visit, but at the same time, it's going to be more impactful and will help in terms of you getting those outcomes. And as Sphoorthy mentioned, we will be doing a lot of use cases, and whatever queries that you have about the platform, about the projects, about the applications that you're developing in your physical visits, you can interact with the instructor and make sure that you get a lot of learnings out of the instructor.
Perfect. Thank you, Santosh.
And you can also go through these videos about the alumni who share their experience in terms of how impactful this program has been.
Yeah, we
I
have been
think
talking about how it has transformed careers, but then you want to learn it from the learners itself, our alumni. I think you should really watch those videos, because nothing talks more than a student who's been successful, whose career has been transformed. Now, who is eligible for this program, Santosh? Can you also tell us that?
yes, I think the students who are interested, and of course, you have to be graduating in 2025. Okay, so most of the students who graduate in 2025 at this point of time are on the closure of their 3-2. Um, okay, so yes, you should be graduating in the year 2025, and you can belong to the streams of computer science, IT, electronics and communications, electrical, or emerging technologies like AI, ML, data science, data analytics, cybersecurity, etc. Right? And of course, when it comes to the top your percentage, you should carry a minimum of 60 percentage in your 10th, 12th, and engineering till now. So if you have the grades till your fifth semester, so till your fifth semester, you should have uh, a percentage, a minimum percentage of 60 percentage, right? And of course, when you're applying for this program at that point, you should not have any pending backlogs, right? And as we have mentioned, right, so Pega as a tool, as a platform, is built over Java. So a little bit of knowledge about core Java and OOPS concepts, SQL will be really helpful. But in case if you're not having it, then our instructor during the first few sessions will take you through it. There will be a prerequisite sessions which you can attend. And of course, you can clarify your queries, right? So that will be a good start with if you're having a basic idea about the coding, especially if it is from Java. So here, it's also mentioned about how your journey is going to be if you are interested to be part of the program. So first of all, first and foremost, you have to apply for this program, right? So that is a very quick step, right? And once you apply, right, once you complete your application, and then we will be getting back to you after quickly vetting your application, right? And then you will be undergoing an aptitude assessment. So this aptitude assessment will have three sections: the quant, reasoning, and verbal, right? So you should make sure that you are doing good in all the three sections, right? All the three sections, which are quant, uh, logical, and verbal, right? So once you complete the test, we will be assessing your performance. And once your performance is good, then we will be sharing an email that you have been shortlisted for the upcoming, and we will be asking you to share your documents. So we'll be going through your documents, and then once we clear your documents, and then you can enroll into the program, and we will be sending this email that you have been shortlisted with a link of getting enrolled.
I think that is perfect. Also, let me reiterate the point that Santhosh just mentioned. We spoke about the low code platform and the expertise that you need not have, especially in terms of coding. Supposing if it is heavily dependent and if it's a prerequisite for you to be an expert in coding, folks, please understand that probably there would have been an assessment that is related to coding as well for you to be enrolled in the program. The reason why we have an aptitude assessment only for somebody to enroll in this program is because we really need students who have a good understanding and grasp of the concepts and your ability to take in and learn all the teachings and the concepts that are being shared with you as a part of the program. And that's the reason why the enrollment is as simple. You just have to apply with your details, basic details. You take the assessment, your aptitude, which consists of three things: quant, analytical, and verbal. And if you're shortlisted, you will be asked to submit documents, all the relevant documents, and post to them being vetted by the selection committee. You will be shared about details about your selection and enrollment. That's how simple it is.
Sure. Thank you, Sphoorthy, for reiterating on that. I can see your queries, but I can take these queries
Yeah,
at
let's
the
take
end.
this in a couple of minutes. Maybe you can,
Yes.
yeah, let's complete the
Sure.
walkthrough and then take
Sure.
it.
Sure. We are almost done, by the way. Okay. So these are the companies which usually come and recruit the Pega talent, which is trained by us, right? So you have none other than Pega, which also does the recruitment. TalentSprint also does the recruitment. Then you have a lot of system integrators like TCS, Accenture, Infosys, Tech Mahindra recruiting the Pega talent. And of course, you have the Pega customers directly recruiting like Vodafone, Verizon. These are very impressive companies which usually do not come for the campus placements, whether it is Verizon, whether it is Vodafone, Ford, Society General, John Deere. These companies usually do not visit the campuses, but through this program, through these exclusive drives, you will get access to it. So you have a list of companies which you usually visit, right? So this is a very important thing which explains about the fee structure. So one point I wanted to mention here is usually when we train the students uh, who are already in a corporate, or for example, if you wanted to exclusively take this training on your own, then it is going to be a costly affair where you have to invest around 10,000 US dollars purely for the program, and then certification fees is $350, right? So that is a usual thing that we do if we are training any corporates, or if we are doing outside this Pega University program. But once we are doing it for the students who are through the Pega University program, then of course it comes with a highly subsidized fare, cost of 80,000 overall. And how this 80,000 is going to be, so the breakup is given here. As I mentioned, there are two courses that you will go through. The first course is what we call as the Tech Course 1. The second course is what we call as the Tech Course 2. So for the Tech Course 1, your investment, right, is 32,000, right? And once the Tech Course 1 is completed, you will be undergoing the certification. The certification comes at a subsidized price of 88 US dollars, right? So overall, your investment will come close to the top 40,000 for the Tech Course 1. And then the Tech Course 2 will start, as I mentioned, in the month of September, October, where the Tech Course 2 will start. Once again, you will invest an amount of 32,000 for the Tech Course 2, and followed by a certification fee of 88 US dollars, which comes to close to the top 8,000. So here again, 40,000. So overall, your investment stays at 80,000 for an overall course, which according to me, considering the fact that the learnings that you're going to get, the kind of access that you're going to get, and the kind of outcomes that you have is going to come at a very subsidized fee of 80,000. Now, when it comes to the mode of payments, you can either use the internet banking, or you can use a credit card, debit card, or a UPI payments. Right?
Are there any easy finance options also, Santhosh, for the students? I'm sure a lot of
Yes,
them
very
will have
much.
questions.
Yes, Purti, that is there. Because we have seen that students sometimes struggle to pay the entire fee of 32,000, which you know, some of the students at least struggle to pay this amount. So what we tell students is to block their seats, right? Because that's very important, and we have a very limited seats available. So we tell the students to block their seats by paying a minimum amount of 7,000, and the students who wanted to go for easy payment options, right? So we give them a 0% loan facility, right? So which is a 5-month loan facility where the students without any rate of interest, with zero rate of interest, can pay 5,000 rupees per month to pay the remaining 25,000. I repeat once again. So the 32,000 of the Tech Course 1 fee, right, is can be paid by 7,000 initially by blocking the fee, and the remaining 25,000 can be paid 5,000 per month using a easy finance options of paying with a 0% interest. Right. So this is for the Tech Course 1. And once again, for the Tech Course 2, again, you have to pay the remaining 32,000. Again, you can block the seat with 7,000, and you can use this 0% EMI option. Okay, so I'm not taking the students through this FAQs, because this FAQs you can just access on your own. You will get a little bit more clarity in terms of questions that you have, of course, because we are here right now. We can take your queries, whatever you have, right? So I think I can take a pause here so that we can also know what kind of questions that you have. You can put it in the chat box so that whatever queries that we can see, we can take them up and we can resolve them.
Absolutely. That was a really interesting deep dive into the Pega University program. And thanks for doing that, Santosh. Folks, you have seen everything and all that you need to know about the Pega University program. It is a low-code platform offered by Pega Global Systems and exclusively implemented by TalentSprint. And the reason why you can prefer this, if you are somebody who is not an expert in coding, but then are still interested in making your career big in the IT industry, and of course, if you are somebody who is looking forward to be recruited by the companies who utilize and leverage this Pega low-code platform, then this program is a perfect fit for you. And of course, we mindfully used the word invest because it's an investment in upskilling yourself is something that you make. And then, of course, you sow the seed today and then you reap the benefits of tomorrow. On that note, Santosh, let's also answer a quick questions that are shared in the chat earlier. So can you also reiterate and please confirm if this Pega University program this year, is it only for students who are going to be graduating in 2025? Is that right, Santhosh?
That's right, Sphoorthy. The students have to be graduated in 2025 for them to be eligible for this Pega University program.
Which means a student who's already passed out in 2023 or is going to graduate this year, which is 2024, and unfortunately not eligible for the program. Is that right?
Yes, Sphoorthy.
Okay, all right. We did answer a question if it's the payment of the program, Pravalika. Santosh has just spoken about it. It's 32,000 for course 1 plus 8,000 rupees of certification cost, which is rounding up to an amount of 40,000 for course 1 and similarly for course 2, totaling up to an amount of Indian rupees 80,000. 80,000 also includes the program costs as well as the certification costs. Do we have any other questions? This is your time. Feel free to unmute or ask, or you can also just put it in the chat so that we can answer all the questions so that we don't run into multiple people unmuting and asking.
So there is a question here
Yes.
from Pratiksha. If we have 2 certificates, then is my placement sure? Pratiksha, I just wanted to answer this question like this. See, we do this program, we train you, and we give you the required, talent, knowledge in terms of getting yourself equipped with the required things to build the applications on your own. But when it comes to that of whether the placement is guaranteed here, the answer is no. But as I told, as Puti also reiterated, okay, so many of the students who do this program are absorbed by the recruiters, right? That opportunity is there, and that is also the reason why when we start the cohort, we just don't do announce the enrollments. We understand the demand for that particular year, and once the demand is understood, we will only release a limited number of seats for enrollments. I hope that answers your question, Pratiksha.
And Pratiksha, like any interview and any course and any job opportunity, the responsibility of grabbing and being selected for a particular job opportunity or an outcome heavily rests on the performance of the student in that particular interview. I'm sure you agree to that, right? For any program for that matter, if you perform well, supposing you know all the concepts and it's a bad day and you don't do well, is it guaranteed? No, nothing else, nothing is guaranteed in life. And the same goes with any placement and job opportunity as well. But having said that, the one thing that everybody needs to pay keen attention here is, like Santhosh mentioned, the enrollments of the program are totally depending and being released dependent on the demand from the recruiters and the companies, which also means the skill and the learning that you are going to acquire by joining in this program is going to be niche for this limited pool of students, which also means if you do well and get the certifications and take away all the learnings and do everything right, it is highly possible for the student to be landing up in a good job opportunity. I hope the question is that. Yeah, you can add to it, Santhosh. Please go ahead.
Absolutely. I don't have anything else to add. Spooty absolutely agreed with what you're saying. There is one more question from Venkatesh in the Q&A that, sir, BSc candidates, can we have any chance in Pega? I'm so sorry, Venkatesh. This program is exclusive for the students belonging to BA and BTech.
And this is what happens also, right, folks? Students, please understand when somebody who is already passed out and looking for opportunities, unfortunately, is not able to join the program. But then sometimes we also take a great amount of time and understanding and taking that decision, sometimes also ending up not doing things in the right time and right opportunity. So that is something that we really want you to understand and take your time, understand more about the program. You will have all the details mentioned, ask all the questions you have, go through everything about the Pega University program, discuss with your parents. You have any questions, you can always also write to us, and in some time we'll also share how you can reach out to us. But do decide soon about what you want to pursue so that we can help you in reaching your goal and help you embark on your professional journey, especially if you are somebody who is not an expert in coding. This is a program you should consider. Do we have any more questions? All right. That seems that we have answered pretty much of all the questions. Okay, quickly summarizing everything. And you can also please share your feedback because it will be really, really helpful for us. But before that, Pega University program has been so successful over the last 9 years. And there comes another question from Sivagami. So what is meant by online mode? Learn at the comfort of your home. What is that? What exactly is that, Santhosh? What do they need to attend all these classes, which is majority or predominantly being offered online?
I mean, so when we say about a comfort, the students can attend from the comfort of their home. They just require internet, nothing else, right? So everything else it can be taken care. Only thing is that you should be in a position to have a very good internet so that you can listen to your instructor who is teaching on that particular day, right? So apart from that, nothing else is required. Okay, you can just come with an open mind and grab the knowledge given to you.
So, Sivagami, all you need is a desktop or a laptop and access to good internet connection. Whether you're doing it from the home, if you're a hostel or from the hostel, this is all you need. And of course, your enthusiasm and aspiration to learn and excel in the topics that are being shared as a part of the learning of this Pega University program. Did we answer your question? Okay. We are here for a couple of minutes if you have any more questions. And just reiterating again, the eligibility, it's only for students who are doing BE, BTech, having graduation streams of computer science, IT, ECE, EEE, artificial intelligence, data science, and all related. So CSE, IT equivalent fields graduating in 2025 with an aspiration to have and to pursue a good career in the IT industry. And if you're somebody who is not into too much of coding, and if you're scared of coding, then this program is for you. We have another question from Pranasri. Currently pursuing third artificial intelligence and data science. Can I get this? Do you provide any scholarships?
So there are two questions here. So one is, are you eligible because you belong to third year and artificial intelligence? Definitely yes. You are eligible for this. I'm sure. I mean, you are taking care of the percentage which is required, which is minimum of 60 percentage in 10th, intermediate, and till the current semester, right? Till where you are having your scorecard. Do you have any scholarship? So here, as I mentioned, this program is already coming at a subsidized cost as compared to that of a usual fee that we charge for training you on Pega platform. So over and above that, we don't have any further scholarships. So there is one more question from Gola.
That's a question
Krishna.
from Grishma.
Grishma.
I think that's an interesting question. So, from which month does this program start, Santosh?
So we are targeting to start this program somewhere between 15th to 20th of this month.
So that's, yeah, the tentative date, Grishma, is somewhere between 15th to 20th. We are aiming to start the program. And how long is this program, Santosh?
So usually when we are starting in the month of May, right? So by July, you will complete the first course, right? And in the month of August, we will be open for the placements, right? And around the month of September, October, we will be starting the second course. And by January, we'll complete the second course with the certification. And February to June, the students will be undergoing internships if at all the companies are calling for internships. And after that, once the students are graduated in 2025, they will be open for the post of full-time employee.
Amazing.
So it comes to somewhere around 9 months, 9 to 10 months overall, right? If you include the internship duration also, then it will come to somewhere close to the of 12 months.
That is perfect. So yes, Puranasri, you have all the eligibility, you have met all the eligibility criteria, so you are eligible to apply for this program. What types of assignments are there in the program? Assessments, do you mean assessments, sir? Okay, let's hear it from Santhosh.
Sure. So I just wanted to check from the student whether the student is talking about the pre-assessment. I mean the assessment, the eligibility assessment that we conduct, right? Which is an aptitude assessment, right? It's not a technical at all, right? It's a pure aptitude having the quant, reasoning, and verbal, right? But when it comes to the Pega University program, once you start the sessions, then it is purely going to be on Pega.
Perfect. I think if you have any other, other question or you want to elaborate this question, please put that in. In the meantime, yeah, I think Puranasri also says that because she's applied for many internships and didn't get any now, this course can help her. Absolutely.
Of course, definitely.
So internship usually is of what duration, Santosh, for students who get offers?
I mean, so internships usually are 3 to 4 months, right? So February to June, July, because again, we can't have an extended internship because again, the students come out by June, July, right? They wanted to become a full-time employee. So usually the duration is going to be 3 to 4 months.
Perfect.
Right. So there is a question from Pratiksha asking that how they offer us. So as I mentioned, Pratiksha, in the month of August, so you will have the very first company, right? Looking for the recruitment. So the typical process that we have is that you will have the initial aptitude round. And sometimes the companies also prefer to have aptitude plus technical, right? The first round is predominantly going to be a written round, wherein you will have predominantly aptitude and some part of technical based on the company. The second, once you clear the first round, then you will be called on for the technical round. And the technical round here, it's going to be an interview, right? So you will have a panel of interviewers. So you will be undergoing the technical interview. So once you clear this technical interview, then you will have a HR round. So typically, this is going to be the rounds that you will have in any drive. But again, company to company, it might vary. And exactly what is that particular rounds that you will have, we will keep you informed some 15 to 20 days before the recruitment.
Perfect. I think that's the process that is followed for the students to go through recruitment and start working on their internships. Do you have any more questions, folks, before we end this webinar, this informative webinar on this wonderful evening? And Santosh, in the meantime, if they have no questions right now, but maybe come up some later, so is there a way that they can write to us or reach out to us?
Definitely, they can reach out to us on uap.support
Okay,
at the
let me
rate of
put that in.
talentsprint.com.
It's uap.support@talentsprint.com. Let me put that in the chat so that everybody can take a note of that. Perfect. Thank you, Ajis. Folks, if you do not have any questions right now, but then maybe come up with some later, please feel free to write to this email ID uap.support@talentsprint.com and all your questions will be answered. All right, Priyanshi has a question. Could you please share what is the average package of the students who have been placed in this program? I think that's a great question, Santhosh.
It's a great question, and I was expecting this question a little before itself, but that's fine. I think it's a good question to ask. So usually the packages where it starts with, right? So we have a range of packages depending on the company which comes in. As I mentioned, there are around 30 recruiters who are actively involved, right, in the recruitment process. So usually the packages that start with is the lowest packages starting from 4 lakhs per annum, right? And from there onwards, it ranges till 16 lakhs per annum. And if you talk about the average package, so average package comes to some 5 to 6 lakhs per annum.
All right. Okay, last few minutes. Do you have any other questions? You can ask any question. There is no such question that is not useful. All questions are great questions. Please ask any questions that you might have. And in
Uh,
the, yeah, go ahead, Santhosh.
So sorry, Sphoorthy, to cut you there. There is one more question I can see in Q&A. How to get internships through online offers? Uh, this question comes from Merugu Sanita. Okay. So Sanita, you don't need not worry about it. We will take you through, right? So first of all, it's not through and through internship, isn't it? So first of all, you have to complete the first course, take course one, and then you will be given the opportunities, right? Placement drives. And then of course you will complete the second course. Post that only the companies which have recruited you will be calling you for the internships. Okay, so need not worry about the online offers.
All right. What is the specialty of the program that is different from college placement? Because they also offer them an average salary of 4 to 5 lakhs.
That's a great question once again, because this is something which every student will have in their mind, right? So what I would say here is that, see, it's not where you start. Okay, it's not which package you're going to start. It is the kind of career that you're going to have, whether you're liking that career. The growth which is there in that particular career is very, very important. When you talk about the Pega talent, right, the growth rate is at least 2.5 to 3 times better as compared to the non-Pega placement drives that you have. That is one thing that is naturally because of the fact that the Pega as a technology is emerging, and it's the demand for the talent is increasing day by day. Right. So I would not see this as, that's the reason why even in my session, I did not talk a lot about the placements, right? The placements is a facilitation part which is there, but what is important is the upskilling that you are having. If you see the kind of trends even happening in the college, right? So these days, the recruiters are not preferring a general recruitment. Okay, the recruiters are preferring skilled professionals. Okay, they wanted the students to come in with having their certifications and having a core skill set which is already there. Right.
Job ready and employable talent is something that
Is the need of the hour, isn't it?
yes.
Is the need of the hour, and that's how the recruiters are also looking at the students whom they wanted to recruit.
Perfect. So because the platform is emerging and there's a lot of demand globally and not just in India, I think acquiring such a skill set that continues to evolve and continues to be in demand is something that is very different from what another offer, or probably something that is not of Pega, is what makes this program very special. Sanita also has a question, Santosh. Will you cost us for the course?
Fee for the course.
Fee for the
Okay, yes.
course.
As I mentioned, Sanita, as I mentioned, so there are two courses that we will do as a part of this program, Tech Course 1. So the Tech Course 1 is going to have a fee of 32,000, which is again highly subsidized as compared to a usual fee. So 32,000 is the fee that we charge for the Tech Course 1, which is followed by the certification fee of close to the top 8,000 rupees, which becomes 40,000 for the first course, and again the 40,000 for the second course. So overall, if you see your investment for this program is 80,000.
So the course, the total 80,000, Sanhita, includes your program fee as well as your certification cost for both course 1 and course 2. And that's your total investment that you will have to make along with your dedication, time, and efforts learning everything that is being taught as a part of the program.
So there is one more question which is coming up from
Yes.
Pratiksha once again. What do you teach us overall in the course? I can just share my screen because again, it's a good question, and I'm sure the students, many other students also have this in their mind that what exactly the
Yeah.
students go through.
What do they
Let me
learn as a part
just
of the university program? Yes,
yeah.
please.
Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen once again. right? So as I mentioned, there is a Tech Course 1 and Tech Course 2, right? So as a part of Tech Course 1, so as I mentioned, we will be taking first of all you through the basics of the Pega. So that is a pre-Tech Course 1 is what we call it as. Then you have a syllabus of case management, data management, security, again, an overview of the platform, data management, and advanced process modeling, advanced user interface. Okay. I mean, if you're not aware of these words, don't worry about it. Okay. Our instructors, our trainers will be taking you through everything in a very detailed way. Right. So I was talking to you about the mini assignments. Okay. So you yourself will be developing somewhere around 5 to 8 applications on your own. Right. And this is a syllabus for the Tech Course 2, which is a natural continuation of what you have learned in the Tech Course 1. Okay. So you can also see that there is 1 day session that we do, which we call as a Scrum session. So if you are aware, the projects that are done in a corporate world, so these are done with the help of agile methodology, and Scrum is one of the very, very important frameworks which are used to run the projects. So we also make sure that you go through this particular Scrum session, a 1 day dedicated training session, which we give to you from an industry professional who comes to you and trains you on the Scrum. And once you undergo the Scrum, then we will be allocating you the projects, which are going to be the real-time projects.
Amazing. This looks like a fully compiled course enabling the students to be job ready and to be the probably the most employable resources. And from day one, they're like on job and everything that needs to be job ready from day one. That is what we will be covering overall, Pratiksha, as a part of the Tech Course 1 and 2 to ensure that all the students are highly employable by recruiters.
I hope
All
that
right.
answers your question, Pratiksha.
I think it does. And we are right on time, folks. So if you have any last questions, please let us know. We are here for a minute. And like I mentioned, okay, perfect. And like I mentioned, if you don't have any questions right now, and as you think about, and please let us know your interest. And if you want to write to us, reach out to us with anything that you might want to know, you can always reach out to us at uap.support@talentsprint.com. Let's share that once again, Ajis. Please submit your application in the link that is just mentioned in the chat. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can always write to us at uap.support@talentsprint.com. All right, folks. On that note, we are right on time with just a couple of minutes. Thank you so much again for joining this wonderful session. It's a short notice, but the interest and aspiration shows how keen you are to upskill yourself. And let me also reiterate, often in times, there they say that there are no many second chances, and most of times it's only once in a lifetime opportunity. So Pega University Program is one such program that you will have access to probably once in a lifetime. Look at it, understand everything about it. You have questions, reach out to us. But then if you are somebody who is really keen to have a very progressive career and something that you want to be a part of the niche talent pool that is being leveraging this exclusive low code platform offered by Pega Global System and exclusively implemented by TalentSprint, which is the implementation partner in India, then this is something that you should really explore and enroll yourself and do everything possible to take away all the learnings, because like I said, you need not be limited and be scared of the capabilities and the skills you have, because often it is sometimes that one decision that will help change everything and transform everything. This Pega University program has transformed the careers and in turn the lives of hundreds of students so far, and we'll be more than happy if we could reach out to some of you and all of you, and looking forward to see you being enrolled in the program. And thank you so much, and give yourself that superpower to take charge of your career and in turn recalibrate your destiny and redefine your careers. That's all from me, and any parting words, Santhosh?
Superb, Spurti. I think that's it from my end as well. Thank you so much, my dear students. It's wonderful interacting with all of you. And I was amazed to see the kind of questions that the students have asked as a part of the session. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that you will be taking a very informed decision about enrolling for this program. Thank you so much and wish you all the very best.
All the very best, and reach out to us if you have any questions, and please fill out the form if you're interested. Aziz, if you can share that one last time where they can submit their application, that will be wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great Saturday evening and have a great time, and all the very best. This is Sphoorthy signing off from TalentSprint. Thank you so much.